YouTube had a small glitch, but now we are live. We are good to go. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Let me move the public meeting to order.
Make a motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Please rise to the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the
United States of America, and to the republic. Liberty and justice.
Thank you very much. And right, news of schools.
News at the schools, Sarah?
All right. Hi, everybody. So we have the Build On trip returning today, and as the first time I've ever had students go to Guatemala, I went to Billy Barber the day before and said, "So what's the plan? What do I need to know? Here's my cell phone number." Yeah, and he said, "Sarah, no news is good news." So they're returning tonight. So I have no news for you, which is good news. But I will have a full report on their trip next time. But they're on their way back as we speak.
How many kids?
They had about 20 kids.
And
they went to Guatemala.
Seniors, yeah,
Yep.
great.
Yep, an awesome group went. I've been following them via Instagram, but that's it.
Me too.
Yeah, so we also were able to bring back food and fun today. We have a few pictures of the little tykes. The one on the right, I spoke to her agent, Mrs. Schreck, and she approved the photo. So it's so wonderful to have them back in the building today with Jen Musser and Kelly Doyle's psychology classes. The students put together the lessons. Today they learned about being kind and unkind and classroom rules, and they made handprint wreaths and learned how to wash their hands and then did applesauce and apple juice. So very fun. They're doing that every Tuesday and Thursday throughout the month. Again, one of those things we weren't even able to bring back last year due to COVID, but now we finally are. We're thrilled to have. It's just so wonderful to have the little ones in the building. It changes the tone of everything, including our big bad high school kids just kind of melt when they come in. So it was wonderful. And because we had the break, there's not too much other past news in terms of what's been happening, but a few really important things coming up. Near and dear to all of our hearts, we have Pete's Courage Run this coming Saturday, the 22nd. As it's Jim's last year, I'm really hoping for a huge Boddick showing in Sag Harbor. That's 8:30 start. Registration is before. And just to note, it is a run walk. So just putting that out there. Everybody's welcome. And hobble, yes. We also have our Language Honor Society this Thursday to celebrate those who have demonstrated excellence with languages. And I would fear for my life if I did not remind you on behalf of Dr. Forsberg that the Science Research Symposium is this coming Tuesday, the 25th at 6, starting off in the auditorium and then moving to the cafeteria.
Is that, I think I'm out of town, but is that public? Is that?
Yes, open to
Okay,
everyone.
someone asked me about it.
Yep,
I'm not aware.
no worries. I will tell her.
Please tell them.
It's all hours for you, 6 o'clock, yep. So, and then lastly, we do have AP exams coming up starting May 1st. You know, always a stressful time for students. So if there's any parents listening out there, just, you know, reminders to keep it all in perspective, and they'll get through it, and I'm sure they'll do well. Okay, thanks.
And Charles?
Hello, everybody.
Your props.
What's that? Yes, I do have a thought. But first, we, like Sarah, we have our state testing starting tomorrow in ELA. And then in May, we will have our 2 days for math. And this is a real milestone because it is the last time we will do it as pencil and paper. So beginning next year, the whole middle school, grade 6, 7, and 8, will be doing it as a computer based. So in preparation for that, I actually signed us up for one section, one subject area, one class to do it computer based as one of their pilots. So we'll be doing that. I think it's next month. It will be at random. You don't know which one the state is going to send you, but that will be a chance for us to work with Chuck and figure out how, what it'll look like when we roll it out next year. So that's, it's a big change. And, you know, as we've learned from other schools in other states, the scores do dip the first time around when you do have that shift. Usually computer-based testing overall, the scores are lower than they are when kids do it on paper for, you know, a lot of different reasons. Part of it is the experience of doing it on a computer. Because it's very, very different fields. So that's coming up and that starts tomorrow. And then I just wanted to invite you all, this will be our 17th annual 5K run walk. And I would have this or hobble, but you have time, Adam. So it's not until the 24th of May. So you've got plenty of notice. We start at 9 a.m. in the front of the middle school. And just like in years past, all the kids at the middle school will get one of these t-shirts. This was last year's, and our theme was Believe in Yourself. And then we have our boosters and supporters on the back. So the PTA goes to great expense to raise the money and buy these for every single kid and staff member in the building. So there'll be a new one this year. And hats off to Barbara Tracy and Lee Bryan, who really do so much work to pull all this together. And our retirees as well. Johnny Bryan Jr. has agreed to come back and set up the beach game.
I do it too.
Okay. It's not gonna run though.
I point.
You can run them, Johnny. Johnny Bryan said I'm not running
He
you,
probably
but we'll set them up. So, and Ellen Collins, I think, will join us, and Nancy will join us as volunteers. So we have a lot of folks come back, and it's a lot of fun. So join us if you wish. And again, you can walk or run.
Hi, good evening. At John Marshall also, grades 3, 4, and 5 will have their state exams in ELA tomorrow and Thursday. And I think I've mentioned before that we are computer-based testing our 5th graders. We had run a simulation, I believe, back in January. So again, a little bit of a learning curve for everyone. And then next year, the plan is for all 3 grade levels, 3, 4, and 5 to be computer-based. I know that I had mentioned the last time I was here that our 4th graders have an exhibit opening at the Clinton Academy. I believe you've received an email. So the opening is scheduled for this Friday from 4 to 5:30, but the exhibit runs through May 2nd. If you have the opportunity to pop into the Clinton Academy, our 4th graders have worked very hard with the Historical Society to put that together. And upcoming May 11th, we are bringing back our Heritage Fair. And I'd like to give a sincere thank you to Michelle Tavares, who is our flex teacher at John Marshall and has really taken on a lot of the work and dedication that Irene Quinn has paved the way for the Heritage Fair. Our diversity committee at John Marshall, we call that our IDEA committee. They're working very hard to put all of the moving parts together. It will be my first Heritage Fair at John Marshall. I understand it is the largest attended event that the building has. Food is back, but of course packaged and or made by somebody who has their food handler certification. So it can't be homemade, but as long as there's a list of ingredients that has been made in that food kitchen with the food. But yes, food is back. So we're looking forward to that event and we hope that you can join us. It is from 6 to 7:30 on May 11th.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just one note, it was funny, last week I got my Facebook memory and it was when I got appointed a year ago. It's been a great year. But I can't believe we are halfway through our spring season. We have 3 weeks to go after this week. And then we will get into playoffs. Unified basketball began, started yesterday. They had practice yesterday, today, and they'll have practice again on Thursday. We would love if you could come to our games. The home games are May 4th at 4 p.m., May 11th at 5 p.m., and May 18th at 4 p.m. I'm going to send out a parent square when we get closer, just so that I want to make sure everybody else. Yep. I just also sent out a parent square, a reminder, all the apparel, so that you can buy that and get something else that doesn't say Colgate on for date is all for sale, and the date is Friday.
Today.
And I just wanted to make sure that everybody still had
I think
it.
about you.
Thank you. I'm glad you think about me when you're getting dressed in the morning. You can X that off of YouTube TV. But thank you. It's been great.
Thank you.
How are the teams doing? Like, what's the quick roundup?
Quick roundup is we are doing very well in baseball and tennis currently. Track, we have a number of standout athletes. We are in very tough leagues in softball, and flag football, and our lacrosse teams. Boys lacrosse is, the combined team of the whole Southport, and we are on the cusp of making the playoffs.
All right. So public comment. Jason, do you have anybody for public comment? Jason, can you hear us? Or maybe not. We can come back to it. Anybody else have a public comment? All right. Consent agenda. Can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Superintendent reports and recommendations. Item number 1, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolve the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District pursuant to Rule 14 of the Suffolk County Civil Service Commission on the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, hereby appoint Jessica Neal to the position of Senior Office Assistant, Spanish speaking, for a probationary period of 26 weeks, effective April 19th, 2023, is to be paid at the annual salary base of $59,630. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Replacing Marcia, leaving Karen.
All right.
Promotion.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 2, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District pursuant to Rule 14 of the Suffolk County Civil Service Commission on the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools does hereby appoint Jerry Willock to the provisional position of Network Systems Technician for a probationary period of 26 weeks, effective May 15th, 2023, as to be paid at the annual salary base of $54,660. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
Discussion?
Replacement and local hire. Good job from.
Right, all in favor? Any opposed? Number 3, recommend the board approve the following amended resolution. Resolved that in compliance with the provision of section 3012 of the Education Law, part 30.3 of the rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, East Hampton Union Free School District, Board of Education grants Erica Katz tenure in the area of teaching assistant effective April 30th, 2023. Have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Erica was like my kids' camp counselor 15 years ago. I don't know longer than that ago, but my kids were like 3 years old, so she's terrific with kids and things.
Teach now.
Yeah. Small one. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Well, you don't have to stay if you don't.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I have the baby down.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming too. We appreciate it. Good night. Number 4, recommend the board approve the following amended resolution. Resolved that in compliance with the provision of section 3012 of the Education Law 30.3 and the rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the East Hampton Union Free School District, the Board of Education grant Christy Delaney tenure in the area of elementary education effective December 3rd, 2022. I have a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
It's an amendment.
Amendment. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 5, recommend the board hereby accepts the letters of resignation from the following employees: David Van and Millicent Lenahan. I have a motion.
Make motion.
Okay.
Second.
Not really didn't have a discussion about. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 6, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District adopt the proposed budget as presented for 2023-24 school year in a total amount of $79,079,317 to be presented to the public at a budget hearing on May Second, and I couldn't see it, sorry, 2023, and subject to approval by the voters on May 16th. And be it further resolved that the property tax report card for the 2023-24 school year be approved. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second. Any discussion?
It's tax cap compliant. Big shout out to, thank you, Sam, in your office. Thank all the administrators for your incredibly hard work this year. It was not easy, but with the administration and Sam's office, we were able to keep it below the cap. And thank you to the board for going through and listening to our presentations. So,
Right. All in favor? Any opposed?
We do, just a quick question about that. When is the presentation?
the second,
May 2nd
May 2nd, Sam and myself will present like we did last year. Same thing.
to the community?
Yep.
Right. So
Absolutely.
the budget vote is on the 16th.
Yes.
16.
Vote early, vote often.
Old business? Nothing? New business?
No, I just wanted to, I gotta make a better effort to get some just committee reports. We do have a district health and safety report that meets, we're meeting 4 times during the course of the year with various members on it. JP comes to those meetings. Typically just issues that come up in the district, whether it be radios, AEDs, things like that we talk about, have open discussion about.
For police, both police departments are there, so they can join the conversation about concerns they may have. There's representation from most of the buildings and departments.
Psychologists.
Yeah, it's a fairly wide-ranging conversation about all matters of health, safety, security related to this.
All right, public comment. Jason, LTV, can you hear us?
I wonder if we've been on.
Yes.
I don't. Yep, there he is. Are you there, Jason?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay, do you have anybody on the line for public comment?
Oh, no, we have no one on the line for public comment. Thank you very much.
Awesome, thank you. All right, anybody else have anything? We're good? Have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
Aye.
All in favor? Any opposed? Good. Jason, thank you.
All right, everybody, thank you. Have a great night. Bye.